And in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, presto, changeo, Baro. Hey guys, welcome back as always. My name is Leyzar. And as you can plainly see, my friends, it's finally that wonderful time again, Burai time. We're gonna check out what he brought. I'm gonna give you my 2 cents. The brand new item is the Techrot Glyph. So we're back to JPEGs, huh? Back to JPEGs, boys! Back to JPEGs. But you can get Void Surplus. Last time you said, Leyzar, you forget about Void Surplus. And that's only because I did forget about Void Surplus. But this time you get to see it live. What do I get? I get... Oh, that's actually nice. 2 for more. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Now we're gonna check out the mods. We're gonna check out the actual important bits. And that will be it. Prime Cryo rounds. This is gonna be cold damage for your primary weapons. Well... technically just for rifles, because for shotguns you need another version of this one. It is a mandatory mod for your builds. Make sure you pick up a copy of this one. Jolt is 60-60 electricity damage for secondary weapons. Unfortunately, this one cannot be farmed from the game, so you gotta pick it up from Baro. It's not as mandatory as it used to be once upon a time, but still, this is a prio 1. What else we got? Prime Magazine Warp. This is magazine capacity for your rifles. There are certain builds that can benefit greatly from a mod such as this one, but they're few and far between. Prio 2. Next up, Prime Ravage. Critical damage for your shotguns, no question about this one. It's a very important mod, but yes, you do have multiple sources of critical damage in the game. Still, this is a Prio 1. Make sure you pick up a copy. Actually, a lot of pretty good mods. And finally, Prime Tactical Pump, 100% reload speed for shotguns. Once again, there are spammy builds that go reload and so on. That can make use out of this one. But it is a niche mod for niche builds. You don't see them every day. Prio 2 on this one as well. When it comes to the weapons, we got the Prisma Grinlok. If you fancy yourself a sharpshooter, a fancy lever action sharpshooter, honestly, this is a relic of the past. And you know what? It's a beautiful past that Warframe has, but nowadays it's definitely not meta. But if you're the kind of individual that prefers flavor and feel over meta, something like this is definitely gonna tickle your fancy. Speaking about fancies, my god, we have the Opticor Vandal. One of my most beloved weapons in the game was the OG Opticor because it looked impressive. Back in 2017, when I started, I had a player join a party. He had the original Opticor, which I didn't know what it was back then. I saw them load up the weapon. It was photon cannon. I was hooked on Warframe. I was like, oh my god, I gotta get myself that. But you gotta bear in mind, Warframe back then was a far slower game than it is right now. The Opticor Vandal kind of tackles that issue in the sense that this one is faster. It has more DPS on paper than the original, but it lost a lot of the hump and the flavor that the original had. This is more spammy, and it can be built into spammy. Is it meta? Frick no, none of these weapons are meta. If you just care about meta, go build yourself incarnate weapons, and that's it. And there are some other weapons which can be meta even though they're not incarnate, but you get the point. Prisma Lenz. Speaking about flavorful weapons, once again, the original Lenz, known by the entire old school Warframe community, the weapon that used to kill you back in the day if you sucked too hard. It did allow you to suck just a little, but when you suck too hard, the result can be counterproductive. Case in point, with the Lenz, you would frost shock yourself, and essentially 1 second later you would blow yourself to kingdom come. Yes, that is when hand-holding in Warframe was a lot less toned down than it was now. You had self-damage, you would just basically join the Tenno space program. Self-damage is not a thing anymore, and the Prisma Lenz is definitely superior to the regular Lenz, like duh. But outside of the flavor and the idea of playing with the Lenz, it's not that powerful of a weapon. You can watch my full and detailed build guide on it. Still, I respect this weapon for the heritage that it has. By all intents and purposes, all of these weapons for the heritage that they have for an older player such as myself. Now, when it comes to cosmetics, these will be subjective and entirely down to the individual, because what I may like, you may not like, and vice versa. There's a bunch of skins here, and there's gonna be a bunch of color palettes and etc. like Siandanas and shoulder attachments. Pedestal Umbra is objectively one of the best things in the game, and if you don't have 100, you suck. It's just fact of life. Teer guard for the chest can work really beautifully well on certain Warframes and not so fantastically well on others. This one is... how did I miss this one? Teer Glyph shoulder plates. Teer, is this new? Legitimately, I think it's the first time I see it. It's probably... what the? Teer Glyph leg plates. It's the first time I'm seeing them. Obviously, they are not new, I'm guessing, but it is legitimately the first time I'm seeing these Teer add-ons, and to me, first impression, they look fantastically well, and I will buy all of them. But again, these are cosmetic and entirely down to the individual. Objectively speaking, however, if you don't have Inaros pick up the sense of Inaros blueprint, that will eventually lead you to die Warframe. And I do believe, my friends, that is pretty much it for Baro Teer this time. But if you do care for a bit more gaming content, hop over on Twitch, link in the comment section down below, where we are doing Marvel Rivals. And yes, you get to have yourself those fantastic drops as well, new skin and everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Love you. Mwah. Bye.